coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
17.
Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. The Lions at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else he did? You make your defense mad. Yeah. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is gone. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Value three.
Goff now looks to throw. He completes it to Beckham. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that way.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on 2nd down. Strong. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. And now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gone. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
throwing on first down. Strong, and that is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Swift split carries down the middle with Jamal Williams in 2021, but he's one of Detroit's busiest players in the passing game. He caught 62 passes, second on the team, and 4th among NFL running backs. His showing could convince the Lions to make him their RB1.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Just beating the play clock is gone. And it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. That one complete. He finds Shark. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Goff. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on 2nd down. Strong. He hits his target, Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, Strong. This is caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, gone. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some room to work. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to Walker on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Walker once more. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Out Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boye Mafe got to the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now gone. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, Goff. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hold on. Check.
Once again, it's Swift. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Swift is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, You should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Throwing after the interception. Strong. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On 3rd down, here's Walker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Back to throw. Strong. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Strong. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice save.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Tariq Woolen with a great play to get him for a loss. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Swift. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception. Strong. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Strong. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him, working his way free across the middle. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Returning right back to Lockett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's DK Metcalf running this slant. He's got it.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 12. And the Seahawks 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.